It's Friday, November 6th, my fellow traders, and your cherry bomb trade is in for today. So it's going to be a Tesla trade. Tesla, for whatever reason, I'm not quite sure, tends to be one of the more popular underlyings that I do. I guess it gets it tweaks the YouTube algorithm. It's not always the case, but oftentimes I get more views on Tesla than any other underlying. It's a little weird, isn't it? But anyway, today's trade is going to be a long call vertical in Tesla. Tesla, of course, has a rank of 4 out of 4 for liquidity and an IV rank of 21 right now. Lets us know that we're most likely going to be, well, that's why we're in a debit spread territory, right? So with that, we're going to hop on into that platform and build out a trade so that you can see whether or not this is something you would put on. All right, hi everybody. My name is Neil, and this is Option Theory, and thank you so much for joining us today. In case you're new here, let me just take a brief moment to explain what we do on this channel. So in this channel, of course, we trade options. We do so using ThinkOrSwim, the simulated trading platform. There are many of my viewers that actually make real trades and real funded accounts too. But at the very least, I think it's a great idea for you to consider opening up a simulated trading account like this using ThinkOrSwim, because you're given paper money, that's why they call it that. So you can get all the learning without all the risk, right? And the other thing we do in conjunction with that is we put on cherry bomb trades. We look at them, we maybe modify them a little bit, and we test our theories, test our mechanics, and using this platform. So you should head on down to that description, find the link, click on it, and it'll send you over to Tasty Trades email sign up page. You can sign up for whatever you want, but we use the cherry bombs, so sign up for the cherry bombs. All right. Yeah, and that's really my little intro. It's good to have you. All right. So what do you say? Let's take a look at, if this is your first time here, first trade. And if you're coming back again and again, I thank you so much for your loyal views. All right. So I want to go over to this trade tab. Nope. I want to go to the analyze tab and go to add simulated trade. Right. There's no reason why I couldn't do the trade tab, but I like to analyze it. So I'm going to use the analyze tab, add simulated trade. Oh, I forgot to notice. Look, when you closed all your winners, you're left with just your losers. We have a small portfolio right now because we've closed a whole bunch of winners. That's, hashtag real problems, right? Just kidding. All right. So analyze, add simulated trade. We're going to be in Tesla. So I'm going to click here and type in TSLA for this ticker symbol for Tesla. And you would think we'd be here in the 42, but we're going to go into the weeklies with 48 days to expiration. And we're doing a long call vertical, so that means we're going to be buying something that's in the money, the 430. So I'm going to left click on that ask for the 430, right? Feel like I'm playing Battleship here. A7. All right, so anyway, and then over here, the 435 call, we're going to hold down the control key, click on the ask. Now, these mechanics of me telling you what keys to hit, that's assuming you're using the desktop version of ThinkOrSwim, right? Because in some of our videos, we do the web app and we also do the mobile app, whether it's on an iPhone or an iPad. So we try to spread generously some coverage, right? We've also done this using Tastyworks, which is another great option. Unfortunately, they don't give you any sort of paper trading. That's why we use this, right? Though I do have a funded account in both platforms. All right. So we have our vertical. It's built down here, right? We see that we have one contract. Yours may be 10, especially if you're new. Adjust that to whatever number of contracts that you feel comfortable with. And what I mean by that is when we review your max profit and max loss, see if that's a number that you're okay with. Of course, you're okay with the max profit, but understanding that particularly debit trades like this, they're almost a 50-50 probability of profit, usually. And so there's a 50% chance you're going to take the loss. Right? And now you have to decide if that's something you're comfortable with. And you usually use your account size to judge how painful this would be for you if you took a loss, right? Don't go in with your eyes closed. All right, so now that we've got this, we're looking at a $2.48 credit. Let's see how that compares to what we saw in our email thumbnail. The email thumbnail showed it being at 260. That could be just due to mid-price. This one doesn't always give you a mid-price. So with that, we're going to go and hit the risk profile because we want to know our probabilities. So here we are. We're looking at December 25th. Oh, look at that. That's cool. All right. And then we're going to click on December 25th here. This is our expected move in that time frame. I'm going to stretch it out just a wee bit. Right there is good. Maybe a little more. And I want this price slice to be right at break even, right at expiration. So I'm going to click here and choose set slices to break even at expiration. And we're looking at a 54% probability of losing money on this one. So this is a relatively lower probability, than for us to succeed than I'd like to see. The email that we got shows a P50 of 63. Now, full transparency, because, hey, while this is educational, I want to provide as much information as possible, right? So here it is in curve view on Tastyworks, and I've plugged in the numbers, and it's giving us right now a pop of 44. Compare that to this of 46, right? And then look at the P50 on this one. He's a little wonky there, right? 99.5% chance of making half of the credit. That can't be right, right? Especially when we move one strike over and we're looking at 45%. So, oops, hang on. You just double check that I'm getting these numbers right. 435, 440. There it is. There's the numbers we're looking for. 435, 440. Did I get these numbers wrong? 435, 40. Had the strikes wrong, according to the email. All right. So now let's move our probabilities. Okay. That doesn't seem much better. Right? Uh, so I think this is going to be something in about 22 minutes when the market opens and things begin to find their place. Maybe this is a trade that we'll look at when the market opens, right? So I happen to be off today, so I'm going to do that. But at this point, let's just do this for our people that are newish here. What we could do is right-click this trade, choose confirm and send. And don't worry, you haven't locked in anything yet. And also don't worry, because you're in simulated trading, right? We can see our max profit of 260. Now that matches what we saw in our email. The max loss of 240. And typically when you risk more than you can make, your probabilities should be better than 50-50 in your favor. So that's why I'm a little curious as to what's going to happen here once the market opens. So I'm going to go ahead. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and hit send. I'm going to remain true to the Cherry Bomb email trades. I'm going to hit send. That's going to put that into my working orders. And let's see what happens with Tesla today. All right. If you've made it this far into my video, I want to give you a thumbs up. I do appreciate every view that I get. And I also want to ask this thing. It's Friday. I like to do viewer trades on Mondays, viewer suggested underlyings. So if you're like, man, I really want to see Beyond Burgers or something. I don't even know if that's a company, right, that you can trade on the market. But let's say that you had a company that you wanted. Even you don't have to give me a trade idea, just give me an underlying. If you have a trade idea, even better. All right. I'd love to get that from you in a comment or head on over to optiontheory.com/contact. Send me an email. Either one of those will work just fine. I thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you next week. All right, everybody. Until then, happy trading.